Hi, this is Arthur Carmazzi, best-selling author and currently ranked as one of the world's top 10 thought leaders in organizational culture and leadership. And welcome to the Experts MBA, where we help coaches, trainers, and consultants on the business side of, well, their business. So today we are going to be talking about how you can build an international brand as an expert while you sleep without spending any money. So let's get to it. The first thing we've got to figure out, though, before we start is, are you worthy? Do you have enough value to really give your client? And if you're looking at this, you're going, what? Yeah? Well, then that's good. That's a good sign. But I want you to really think about this, because this only works if you're not going to just kind of copy some stuff out of some book and put it into a PowerPoint slide that's ugly and just present it to people, because that is not adding value. There is actually better stuff on YouTube that people can learn from than somebody that does that. So, do you have real value? Key thing in order for you to benefit from this video. Okay, so if the answer to that is, of course I do, Arthur, then we start with giving away our most valuable stuff. Yes, that's right. The most valuable stuff that you have, you must give it away. Give away all of your real secrets for free. And you're asking me, but Arthur, it's my most valuable stuff. How can I possibly give that away for free? You know, I should charge for this. You know why? Because as an expert, that's your job, is to come up with all these ideas and use your ideas and apply your ideas and implement your ideas, right? And educate people in your ideas. See? But your clients, they have a different job. They do not want your job. They would prefer to focus on theirs. And if they think, wow, this expert who is giving me all of this free stuff really is pretty awesome, hey, guess what? They're going to think of you as an expert. And when something happens that is in line with the problem that they need to be solved within your realm of expertise, guess who they're going to think of? Especially if you follow the things that we're going to be talking about in this video. So let us continue. Now, first of all, let me just kind of further explain a little bit about giving your best stuff away. You need to put it into a nicely designed PDF. Or you can even do a mini course where you have 5 or 6 videos on a specific topic that is an actual course that people have to actually log in and put in some password or something, that you can give them a special access code. Because if it's just available for anybody, well, then it's not special. So you want to be able to give away, not just let people access. Does that make sense? I hope so, because we are continuing on to deciding where you want to give stuff away. Now, if you've been watching the Experts MBA videos, you've probably seen some of the stuff about where we talked about different ways you can use Facebook and LinkedIn. And, well, in this particular case, we're going to be looking at Facebook and, again, the targeting aspect of Facebook. Where do you want to be an expert? And here's the thing. You must be globally local. And you're saying, but Arthur, that doesn't make sense. Think about it this way. You want to be somebody that is big and global and understands the greater, bigger picture, but also is locally addressing the issues and elements and even using the words of the local place or geographical location which you are addressing. And it may be that you're only going to be addressing women. It may be that you're only going to be addressing college graduates. It may be that you're only going to be addressing people with a specific type of interest. So you're going to address within the content of your ads that we're going to be talking about in a moment, that local person or client, potential client. Okay? So now the next one. Okay, you have to pay to give your stuff away. But you're saying, but Arthur, you just told me that I was going to be able to do this for free. Yes, I did say that. You did not mishear me, and I am not going crazy. Yes, I did say that you'll be able to do it for free, but you got to wait for the next 2 slides to find out how to do that. But first, you have to pay to give it away. So you have to put in some ads in Facebook. Now, here's the best part. You only have to start with $5. Okay, $5 a day, which basically can be pretty inexpensive considering the fact that as an expert, you probably charge thousands and thousands of dollars to solve people's problems. So let's think of the bigger picture. All right, so you're going to put Facebook ads where you're going to give this stuff away and address the geographical location and the people whose interests you're looking for locally with your global perspective. Okay, you guys, you got that? Okay, so let us move on so that we can find out how to do this all for free. Well, the first thing you've got to do, of course, is you've got to collect their name and email address. Now, we've talked about that before when we talked about using quizzes to segment your market. Okay, and today we're basically going to be expanding on that. So you're going to give your stuff away for free. You're going to collect their name and email address, whether it's a course or whether it is a PDF that is nicely designed and has all of your super best stuff, including also, again, you know, the secrets that you hold dear. Because why? Well, because if they're secrets, that means they're unique. See, if they pick up your stuff and they've heard it all before, oh, yeah, that's what Stephen Covey said. Oh, yeah, well, that's Edward de Bono thing. Oh, well, that's an Arthur Carmazzi thing. Oh, anyway. So if people say stuff like that, then it's not going to be all that great. So you want to be able to be unique by having a new take on it. You can say, this is Edward de Bono's stuff, and here is my take on how it can be improved or how it can be applied in this industry or something like that. That's okay, all right? But you've got to have your best stuff, okay? So let us move forward. Now, here's where all the free stuff comes in. Because what you're going to do is you're going to change the relationship with that potential client. First of all, if they're downloading that one thing that you have to offer, you have to offer them immediately after they have put in their thing, and it's got this whole little thing that says, hey, thank you for downloading, okay, and, actually, thank you. We've just sent an email with the download link to your email address that you put in. That way, people don't kind of cheat, right? So they will get this email, but before that, they're on this page. And on this page, it says, but wait, I've got this like super awesome deal because you're interested in this thing. So I'm going to give you my latest book, which costs like $18, for only $3. Or you're going to give them something, whatever it is that you have that is valuable, that basically you can charge like $3 for. So $3 is nothing. People will give you $3 for something of maybe a $20 value. It's like, well, because it's a good deal. So you end up, and of course, if it's digital, it's not costing you anything. Now, of course, when you're doing this, you want to have this like little countdown timer kind of thing on there, right? So that it looks like a limited time offer. Because, well, that creates a sense of urgency, and urgency urges people to, well, basically take action. So you want to make that sense of urgency. Now, $3 is not going to make you rich. Don't worry, we're not trying to actually make money on this. What we're trying to do is essentially pay for our advertising. And this is where the second part comes in. Now, after they have taken that one thing, still related to whatever it is that they're trying to get, download, or whatever that interest is, now you sell them something else, still under $10, but now it's like, hey, you get this thing that's worth $100 for only $7. Now all they have to do is basically just click one time, and it's done. The whole thing is that now they have basically given you $10. Now, is everybody going to do this? No, they're not all going to do this. But you know, enough people will that it's going to cover all of your advertising costs. Literally, all of your advertising costs. And if it's not covering all of your advertising costs, then we just tweak it a little bit, try a few things there, and eventually it will. Or maybe it means you're not really giving enough value, or maybe you're not showing the value of what it is that you have to offer. But if you do this right, and it's not that difficult to do, it's easy to get all of your advertising paid for you for free. But more importantly, you've changed the relationship. What I mean by that? Well, basically, you have now made that person into a client. Now, they've only paid you maybe $3 or maybe $10, but they're a client. Now they have paid you money. So the relationship is different. And especially, again, remember, as a client, they've paid for something and they've gotten massive value for that $10. They've gotten like, wow. So are they going to feel good about you? Are they going to think, wow, this person gives me really good deals, and they just over-deliver on what they're trying to, on what I'm paying for? Is that a good image to have your client think of you? So think about that when you are selling these things. Sell small with big value in order to develop that relationship and at the same time pay for your advertising. Okay? So now comes the magic part. While you're sleeping, see, people are going to be put into an indoctrination sequence. Now, what is an indoctrination sequence? This sounds super scary, and you've got this whole diagram thing here. Now, think about this, okay? For the next 2 months, you are going to be sending these people emails, like once every 3 to 4 days. You're saying, Arthur, 3 to 4 days? That's like spam. No, it's not spam. They have already indicated that they're interested in your stuff. They have given you their name and their email. It's not spam. And if you're using the proper software, it's going to have this thing that makes it very, very easy for them to simply say, I don't want your emails anymore. And if they do that, it's okay, because they're not really that interested in your stuff. But here's the thing. There's going to be enough of them that will want to continue to get emails. Now, what's got to be in these emails? The first email is permission. You got to ask for permission. But at the same time, you got to more or less tell them why you're doing this. Well, I'm giving all my stuff away because of X. So for example, okay, I can tell you why we're doing all these Experts MBA videos, right? So I can tell you the reason that we're giving all of these Experts MBA videos is because we actually have an Experts MBA program where we do all of the technical things and set up all of the marketing systems and blueprints and everything for our expert clients, right? So if you are going to be giving your stuff away, you explain you are giving it away because eventually, if they like your stuff, okay, if they think that you have real value to offer, well, then they'll probably hire you for whatever it is that you are trying to do. So in our case, we would say, well, because we know that if you enjoy and use all of the things that we're teaching you in our Experts MBA videos, that is going to actually show you some instant results that you can visibly see. And when you start seeing these results, you're going to say, wow, this stuff really works. And then, of course, that would indicate more trust and a higher chance of you becoming a client. And you can use a similar thing when you are talking to your clients or potential clients in the first email. So first of all, you tell them why. Then you tell them who you are. Who are you that has the ability and the credentials in order for you to basically give them advice? Where do you come from? You could say, I have a PhD in this and all of this stuff, and those are cool, okay? But what else do you have? What experience do you have? And more importantly, what failures do you have? Okay, so that's in the first email. And the first email can be a little bit long, and of course you ask them for permission. Over the next few months, I'm going to send you, some emails here and there with real content. And this is why I'm going to be sending it to you. So they already know that you have an agenda. It's okay. You're in business. You don't have to hide it. All right? And of course, they are getting the actual stuff that is going to help them if they use it, right? That's the goal. Let them get results in advance with all of the stuff you're going to give them, okay? But here's the thing. You don't want to always give them massive content because sometimes it's just a lot, right? So sometimes you want to just give them some quotes. Create some quotes for yourself. Okay, try to be inspirational. Try to, relate the quotes to what people are essentially opting in to your expertise for. Okay, so you make some quotes, and every now and then, once a week or so, you send them one quote. Now, the other thing that you'll want to send them is possibly once a month, you'll send them an infographic. And you're saying, Arthur, infographics, I can't draw. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Okay, go to PowerPoint, make some funny little stickman or some little diagram of some idea that you have that explains your stuff, and then give it to somebody on Fiverr, and they'll make you an infographic for like $15. Okay, so it's not that difficult to get a cool infographic. So that's for the infographics. And then why do you want to do infographics? Well, because people like infographics and they share them and they will say, hey, I got this cool infographic. Okay, and they'll talk about you because you've been giving them some other cool stuff. Now, here's the other thing. You send them blog posts. Now, personally, I like to do videos and then kind of write some stuff about that. Now, if you have seen the Experts MBA section on how you can leverage your branding and everything with like one video and all that stuff, you haven't watched that, you got to watch it. It's a super cool video. I'm not going to go into that because I did a whole video on it. Anyway, so your blog post with a video, or if you're not really comfortable on video, which doesn't make sense since you're an expert and dealing with people, okay, you need to basically give some kind of real value on some element or solving some problem, okay? So that is what should be on your blog. And it could be written, it could be in video, you could also include an infographics with something, whatever you feel comfortable with, and of course whatever your audience likes. Now remember, go back, watch the other Experts MBA video if you don't know what to do with video. Okay, so all of that is done, but you are also including subtle hints about things that you've done for other people. So for example, we can talk about how and I have talked about this, how Johan Irwan, one of our trainers, okay, literally through using our process is now making in 1 month what he used to make in 1 year of his previous job. Okay, we can also mention, and we can say, and he used this process specifically, actually, that we're talking about now, and that's what helped him to succeed. We can also talk about, the bigger picture on this, for example, by implementing all of these systems, like 3 of our directive communication licensed trainers have actually made over $1 million a year. Now, why? By showing people that if you implement this, these are some of the results that you can achieve, you're also subtly saying, hey, hire me because this is something that I'm good at and I can support you in order to achieve X result. So like, for example, when we're doing our culture change programs, okay, or when we're subtly selling our culture change programs, we basically say, when we did our culture change program for Emirates, okay, here are some of the results we actually achieved, and here, is why they became so visible in a short period of time. And so we explain all that, and so they're getting the value of how you did it, but at the same time, you're subtly saying, we can do this for you. So, use examples of what you've done, the success stories that you've had, tie them to a lesson that you are giving them in order to help them succeed. And with that, now, of course, we have this like super secret software that we use on this, okay? And this is, it really helps if you get a really good software. I mean, the stuff that we use is amazing, and it's actually cheap. So, look for a good software that'll allow you to help, that will allow you to do this effectively, okay? And try to get, fortunately, the one that we're using is like only one, and it does everything, all of the pages and everything. And, so don't get all of these other piecemeal stuff. We used to use a whole bunch of stuff before, and it was kind of not very useful. So you do need software to do this. Make sure that you get something good, preferably something compact, and not something that is going to piece over here, piece over there, because it's just going to drive you crazy and make you have nightmares. Okay, so with that, I think that kind of covers all the stuff that that you need to know in order to achieve awesomeness within your branding on a global scale while you're sleeping without having to pay any money. This is Arthur Carmazzi wishing you great success.